As we know who we are, where we are, question is where we're going. Freedom of mind and freedom of speech is a very important part of seeking life freedom. Otherwise, what would be our purpose? Today I would like to talk and promote people who share this point of interest, no matter what aspect or topic. The idea is not to spread fake news. It is just a piece of intellectual mind signing this story, including me. I've been following and not ignoring events in Serbia on political and religious aspect. My intention as a part of diaspora, as a part of power of diaspora, and power meaning love toward my nation, to spread this news as part of truth what's going on, constructive destruction of our homeland. I will be reading the text from Public Orthodoxy. Public Orthodoxy seeks to promote conversation by providing a forum for diverse perspective on contemporary issue related to Orthodox Christianity. The position expressed in this essay are solely the authors and do not necessarily represent the views of editors or the Orthodox Christian Study Center. And we are talking about Milan Vukomanović, who is a full professor of the sociology of religion at the Faculty of Philosophy, University of Belgrade. He wrote this article that I will be reading for you. Freedom of speech in the church, the Serbian test case. When in March 2020, Serbian Patriarch Irine officially sanctioned Dr. Vukašin Miličević, a priest and assistant professor of the Faculty of Orthodox Theology, FOT, at the University of Belgrade, it became clear that recent interference of higher clergy of the Serbian Orthodox Church, SPC, in public speech matter gradually evolved into monopolizing the freedom of expression of its clergy with regard to almost all relevant issues, including science. The Patriarch remarked that Professor Miličević, by his unannounced appearance in the TV broadcast Utisak Nedelje, expressed disobedience to him personally, that he neglected the constitution of the SPC and comprised the decision of the Holy Council of Bishops that are binding for all clerics and prelates. Dr. Miličević belongs to a group of younger Orthodox theologians who openly tackle the problems with SPC and at the FOT. He is a co-signer of 2017 public statement that came as a reaction to the petition of Serbian creationists, claiming that there were no plausible alternative scientific theories that could replace the theory of evolution. This includes the biblical creation theory, which in these theologians' view is not scientific alternative to the theory of evolution. The statement was openly criticized within SPC, while some of theologians who signed it were invited to explain their views before the Holy Council of Bishops at one of its May 2017 sessions. Soon after, several priest professors from the FOT were deprived of their main parish duties and were only allowed to assist in liturgies. By Patriarch's immediate decision, they were let go from editorial boards in the church electronic and print media. All this was accompanied by warning that whoever violates this rule should be sanctioned in a church disciplinary process. It seems that this was only an announcement of more serious measures against the rebellious Orthodox theologians. At the most recent Holy Synod session held on August 26, 2020, Bishop Irine Bulović requested the Synod withdrawal blessings to three professors of the FOT, Rodoljub Kubat, Dragomir Sando, and Vukašin Miličević. Considering that Synod still has decisive role in the faculty position matters, Bulović was willing to punish three professors, but he was vetoed by another member of the Synod, Metropolitan Chrysostom. This is how Professor Kubat comments action of the Synod for the Serbian media. No one invited us to talk, and this is something basic. I wonder if this is a reprisal for my statement given at the portal nova.rs, where I questioned the legitimacy of Bishop Irine's position at our faculty. Or perhaps the possible reason might be that we submitted a petition to the University of Belgrade Council of Professional Ethics asking for inquiry into procedure of election of our faculty council. In any case, continues Kubat, why did we have to learn all this from the media? As professors, the least we could expect is to be informed appropriately. 600 years ago, Jan Hus was accused, but he went on trial and took his stance. We have been judged with no questions asked. Let me now attempt to place this burning issue in a broader academic, ecclesial, the political context. The Holy Synod interference in the autonomy of FOT and violation of the legal norms of the University of Belgrade is to be placed in the context of illegitimate, the uncontrolled demonstration of ecclesiastic and political power, this time directed against professors of theology who exerted their freedom of thought, conscience, and public expression. This is what bothers some of the SPC prelates sitting in the Synod. Already in 2019, the Statutory Council of the University of Belgrade referred to the violation of series of statutory and legal norms regarding the relations between the Synod and FOT. However, the Synod completely ignored the warning of the University Rectorate concerning the legal functioning of the Faculty Council. To make things even worse for the legal system, the government of Serbia, founder of FOT, assisted the Synod by appointing 8 members of the illegitimate Faculty Council, including Bishop Irine Bulović, the member of the Holy Synod, appearing also as the representative of the state. It is clear, therefore, that church and state governments closely cooperated in violating the Constitution of Serbia, Article 11, and its laws, including the statute of the oldest, the most reputable Serbian state university. Until recently, the SPC has not been much involved in the academic affairs of the FOT, so that a sort of modus vivendi has maintained this fragile institutional cohabitation. According to the Law of Churches and Religious Communities 2006, religious organizations have the right to independently coordinate their activities, autonomous in their internal public affairs, Article 6. However, religious educational institutions included in the system of education are obliged to respect conditions and standards of the education system in line with the educational regulations, Article 37. As far as the University of Belgrade is concerned, its task is to protect autonomy of one of 31 faculties with its rank, including the academic freedoms and constitutional legal rights of its professors. The university is therefore obliged to fully provide legality of work of its member faculties, including the FOT. Concerning the predominant currents and fractions within SPC, today are mostly divided in 2 turfs, those who support and those who oppose the Vučić regime in Serbia. It seems that theological ideas and programs do not generate the crisis at the FOT. At stake are predominantly personal conflicts and interests, while at the same time a minority of prelates have strong support from the political centers of power. These personal antagonisms have become so unreasonable that one should mention the case of the Orthodox bishop who hinders the translation of the Old Testament from Hebrew for personal reasons. In conclusion, I would note that at the outset of the 21st century, Serbia saw the emergence of the small liberal wing within SPC. From time to time, those liberal proclivities could be detected in public speeches and media interviews more than in the official church gatherings and ecclesial bodies. Apart from their moderate pro-European stance, which could at least partly be explained by these bishops' appointments in the Western diaspora, this liberal current supports the modernization and gradual revitalization of the church, including a more independent university and not church-oriented status of FOT. I am inclined to believe that the outlooks of the rebellious theologians and the FOT display some traits of this kind of influence. Here we speak of predominantly younger generation of Serbian Orthodox professors of theology born mainly in 1970s and 1980s. They intellectually came of age during the post-Milosevic democratic period, and this could have influenced their political and social upbringing. They are predominantly the millennials educated in modern schools or at the post-2000 University of Belgrade. Darwin is a part of their secular education, as Nikolai and Justin are chapters in their theological curricula and literature. Some of them were active in alternative educational projects, such as regional peace-building and reconciliation programs of various CSOs. And with their no small international experience, they're inclined toward ecumenical dialogue at the state-of-the-art theology. With a more pronounced, or at least tacit support of bishops who serve predominantly in the Western diaspora, like Grigory and Maxim, they do have all the necessary preconditions for nurturing their reformist and modernist view in both theological and ecclesial matters. It remains open to see in the decade to come how profoundly they're going to participate in the long-awaited and much-needed rejuvenation of the SPC.
Mogu da vas sve uverim u ime njegove svetosti i u ime svih članova Sabora da smo izuzetno zadovoljni i veoma zahvalni gospodinu Vučiću za svu odgovornost, ozbiljnost, državničku brigu, iskrenost i pre svega jasne, kristalno jasne stavove koje je izneo u razgovoru sa svima nama, pomogavši nam da shvatimo možda bolje, bar neki od nas, izvesne dimenzije problema u kojem se danas svi nalazimo i odgovornosti svih nas, jer nema odgovornost samo potpredsjednik vlade ili predsjednik države ili sama vlada, nego tu odgovornost delimo sa njima i svi mi. Sa druge strane, njegova svetost patrijarh je u ime Sabora uverio i gospodina potpredsjednika vlade, preko njega i našu vladu i predsjednika države, kao i ukupno naše državno i političko rukovodstvo, da mogu uvek računati na podršku crkve u borbi za sve što je dobro, a posebno u borbi za očuvanje našeg suvereniteta i opstanka našeg naroda na Kosovu i Metohiji, što naravno podrazumeva i to da ni crkva, ni država nikada neće pristati ni na neku neformalnu, a ni na formalnu varijantu takozvanog nezavisnog Kosova.
U igri nije samo akademska čast, za mene lično. U igri je i pitanje mog hrišćanskog, pa ako hoćete i svešteničkog integriteta. Jer šta je sveštenstvo? Sveštenstvo je trebalo da bude nekakva služba, tako? Služba nasuprot vlasti svoje. Služba je koncept koji se razvio u ranohrišćanskoj zajednici u prva 3 veka, koji predstavlja jednu i doktrinarni i praktični vid protivljenja onome što je već u Novom Zavetu, pogledajte, čitajte ga malo dubinski, predstavljeno kao izvor svakoga zla, a to je vlast čoveka nad čovekom. Ako crkva organizuje princip vlasti, onda nema nikakve crkve. I onda zaista takvu crkvu u ime evanđelja i u ime crkve treba razrušiti.